Are you trying to decide whether to cut weight first before you put on muscle, or are you trying to figure out how to do both at the same time? I was there when I was overweight and I was trying to figure out what to do. I definitely dabbled with both, and there's some give and take here a little bit. So my personal recommendation, if you're overweight and you've got a decent amount to lose, I'd probably just focus there, one thing at a time. It's hard enough to accomplish your fitness goals as it is. Don't overload yourself. Don't overload the plate. It just becomes more difficult that way. So I would hone in on focusing on losing weight. If you're comfortable with changing your diet and moving more to lose weight, and you're planning on lifting weights and getting in the gym anyways, then you're going to put on some muscle, especially if you've never worked out before, and you're kind of new to lifting weights. You're going to have what they call the noob gains. So you're always going to get some initial results. And so in that case, yeah, you can technically put on some muscle and lose fat at the same time. But ideally, in a real world situation, more times than not, you have to be in a calorie surplus, meaning more than your maintenance, to put on weight. And that's including putting on muscle. And to burn fat, to lose weight, you've got to be in a calorie deficit. So kind of opposite ends of the spectrum there. Yeah, you can definitely get a little bit of muscle as you're losing weight, but the focus should be on losing the fat. I personally really honed in when I got with my coach. Finally, we honed in on just cutting and getting as lean as absolutely possible. I was still working out and lifting weights and doing all that stuff at the same time, and got really, really lean, and then we focused on bulking and just putting on as much muscle as possible. But it's so much more fun that way. When you're lean, you look better, you feel better, you're more confident. So when you start putting on muscle, you see it more. It's just going to be too discouraging if you're trying to put on muscle and you've got a huge layer of fat over the top of it. So I strongly recommend focusing on one of the two at a time. If you're overweight, just lose the weight first. It's the hardest part of the journey. Just get it out of the way and be done with it so you can put it behind you.